I think selling covered calls yourself sucks. I was the expert at this, but really, it's for pigeon pay. It's really, really garbage, and it gives you stress that these geniuses don't tell you. Okay? Now, this morning, well, first of all, I collected $4,800 in dividends, but aside from that, I made $7,000 in the first 15 minutes of the market being open. I went savage. We were very green. Now we're barely green. So what I did was I have a collage of screenshots here. Okay, so let's see which one, does it matter? Okay, so I had Palantir I bought yesterday and Robinhood I bought yesterday. Both of them at the open. I've told you of this phenomenon before. People line up at the open to go ahead and with market orders, and I sell into that. So right there, I just banked that money and I moved that over into T-bill. That's why I put, you see, because this was on margin. It's no longer on margin. It's paid off, it did its job, and the proceeds of that win go into T-bill. Now Circle, another one, I bought it yesterday. At this point, you could see Hood is gone. I took my 2,700 pound or whatever it was. Palantir, this is my gain, 1664 in one day. I took that too. And then Circle, I bought yesterday because it was cheap. Another $1,000, sold that too. So now all I have left is Maggie, Liquid, which is bonds, and GLDW, gold. Okay, so I used all of that stuff that was on margin. In the first 15 minutes of the bell ringing, I banked about $7,000, moved it all into T-bill. Yesterday morning, I was here. Okay, I nailed Winter at the open for yesterday's MicroStrategy news day of destruction. Okay, I unloaded XDTE, and bottom line is my balance was $414,000. The market goes red. Okay, you can see that. Well, let's pull up what do we have here yesterday. Hold on. So let's pull up this, and let's pull up this. Let's put them side by side. So this was yesterday. 414,000 is what I opened up with, okay? And this is today, 430,000. Okay, you can see that, and that was yesterday morning. That was before I bought Hood and Palantir. Okay, now I've pulled back, cut my. This is how you use margin intelligently. Okay, now I have plenty of buying power, do whatever I want. Now here's the magic. You see my actual balance is 430,000. If I look right here, there's 7,739 shares. I own those free and clear. You understand? Because they're less than my portfolio value. As a matter of fact, I could take $11,000 right now and match those up. And what does that mean? That means that if I ever want to clear out my margin, all I do is dump GLDW and LGA Liquid. Okay? And then my margin is paid off, and this is always mine. But T-bill is the bonus. That's where all my dividends go. That's what I'm using the margin for. You don't go ahead and carry $500,000 worth of margin and think that your weekly or monthly payments are going to pay it off. That's how you get destroyed. Okay? This is how you win. And the markets are now going red. So what did I do? I sold into the AM pumps, to the morons that buy at market. So that money is nestled away now, protected. Even if we go red today, I would have lost all those Palantir gains, I'm sure. All the Hood gains, I'm sure. Covered calls, why do they suck? Seems easy, right? You buy 100 shares of a stock, you sell some calls on it, okay? But what they don't tell you is what I'm going to tell you. During that time, let's say you have 100, I don't know, I'll pick anything, 100 shares of Robinhood, okay? Let's say you had 500 shares, okay? And you're going to make $650 worth of premium, and it expires 10 days from now, 11 days from now. Okay, here's what happens. You get that $650 worth of premium right now. But what they don't tell you is that they just hog-tied you. They handcuffed you, put a rubber ball in your mouth, and hog-tied you. What does that mean? That means that until this thing expires, it's hanging over your head. Yeah, you got the money paid to you already. But if the stock starts cratering, your loss can be much more than the stupid premium you collected. Now you're in a pickle. Now you're in a pickle because now you can't sell the stock because you got an obligation. They paid you the covered call money, right? So if it doesn't get called away from you, right? Now you're losing money. And what's happening is you have to buy the call back. Nobody ever talks to you about this. You have to go and buy it back, okay? And usually you have to buy it back for more money than you paid for it. Nobody tells you this, all right? And they annualize their earnings like they're some kind of heroes, and they do all this shit to make $100 here. It's called pigeon pay, okay? I like to make thousands in minutes. By the time you even know what happened, I just sold a bunch of shit to you, okay, that you were waiting for to buy at market because you couldn't wait for the market to open, and it was all green. I dumped it all on your heads. You see, I no longer have it. And I made thousands. And you're over there with your pigeon pay, hoping that you call, watch it. But what they never tell you is that you're stuck holding the stock until it expires, okay? And if the stock starts going down, it's like dividends. It's like when you're in an ETF, right? And the NAV is declining faster than the dividends can make it up. So what happens is you're stuck with the stock and you're like, oh shit, I want to sell this stock. I didn't plan on keeping it. You know, I just bought it for a little while. I wanted to sell the covered calls on it. You know, they made it sound so easy on YouTube. And now the stock's going down. I'm losing more than the premium I collected. How do I get out of this? Well, before I sell the stock, I got to go ahead and get out of this covered call. So you got to kind of buy it back. You got to give it back to them for more money than you paid. And how often does this happen? More often than the geniuses on YouTube will tell you. So there are smarter ways to make money. I'm not saying that you could day trade or whatever. I'm just saying buy low, sell high. And take advantage of human psychology. The best way you can do this is to join my Discord. There's a link below. We're not the average morons. Even if you are Cambodian or a former breast milk drinker from Cambodia, you are welcome. All are welcome. There's more and more of these effeminate douche tubers tell you that selling your own covered calls is great. I'm going to tell you that selling your own covered calls sucks. It absolutely sucks. Take it from somebody who knows, who's done it for years. Okay? Sucks. I don't do it no more. And now I look for funds like Maggie and things like that that are going to actually pay me what they earn and do the work for me. Hey, I know how to wash my own car, but I'd rather hire some douchebag to do it for me because I don't want to. It's the same thesis that we went into YieldMax for, except we didn't know that we were going to be anal probed by aliens in a giant spaceship that made tidal waves behind it. Get the inference? It's hilarious. Have a nice day, bitches.